Call of Duty World War II is a 2017 first-person shooter game developed by Sledgehammer Games and published by Activision. It was released worldwide on November 3, 2017 for Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. It is the 14th main installment in the Call of Duty series and the first title in the series to be set primarily during World War II since Call of Duty World at War in 2008. The game's campaign is set in the European theatre and is centred around a squad in the 1st Infantry Division following their battles on the Western Front and is set mainly in the historical events of Operation Overlord. The player controls Ronald Red Daniels, who has squad mates who can supply the player with extra ammunition, health or grenades, as well as targeted grenade and targeting spotting. None of these are automatically replenished in the campaign. The multiplayer modes feature map locations not seen in the campaign. The mode also features new division systems, replacing the Crate and A-Class system that previous games in the series used. A social hub, headquarters, was also implemented into the game, allowing for players to interact with each other. Sledgehammer Games was interested in bringing the series back to World War II after developing their previous title, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, in 2014, which featured advanced movements and futuristic warfare technology. Studio head Michael Condrey stated that he was unsure if a World War II game would feel right after creating a futuristic title like Advanced Warfare, but the developers ultimately decided to create a game in this time period. They also chose to include atrocities and the Nazi concentration camps in the campaign mode to deliver an authentic war story. Upon the release, the game received generally positive reviews from critics. Praise was given towards its story, the combat support of squad members, and the lack of regenerating health, multiplayer modes and visuals. However, it was criticized for the single player's lack of innovation and similarity to the past games set in the same era. The game was a commercial success, however, creating $500 million of revenue within just 3 days of its release. It became the highest grossing console game of 2017 in North America and generated over $1 billion in worldwide revenue by the end of the year. Now, I was rather skeptical going into this game. I'm not a fan of first-person games at all. I find them disorientating and just not as believable as playing in the third person. On top of that, I am not a major fan of the Call of Duty series. I mean, obviously they are very popular, they're just not my kind of games. I just find them kind of unimaginative and mindless at times. However, in saying all of that, this game is superb. Call of Duty World War II should be proud of itself. As for me, it accurately represents and gives you a first-person take on what it would have been like to be fighting during Operation Overlord in World War II. It's intense, the graphics are superb, and the story is excellent, as I feel it ties in perfectly to the heroics and bravery, sheer fear, adrenaline, and chaos of fighting in World War II. Attention to detail is also excellent, as you play as Ronald Red Daniels in the 1st Infantry, as the game throws you into the June 6, 1944 D-Day landings at Normandy beaches, as you work your way eventually to the Rhine to defeat Nazi Germany. You are taken on a journey of complete and utter tension as you live through the pure chance of what it is like to survive in war, and being aware of your surroundings and never second-guessing yourself. The supporting cast are well-crafted personalities as well as the game's excellent visuals and sound design. Each character has a wonderful backstory, and it's wonderful to see Red interact with each one of them as they tell their stories and react in their own unique ways to the atrocities surrounding them. Also, it plays out well because even though you are fighting on the same side, it doesn't always necessarily mean you get along. I like the fact that there wasn't any regeneration of health in this game, which gave the game new levels of strategy and exploration, ultimately adding to more entertainment than frustration, and that the reliance on the fellow soldiers, necessities and more strategic positioning and resource management also played out perfectly. Also, playing as Camille Denis, a French resistance leader, gives you another perspective as you go undercover in the heart of Nazi garrison in Paris. I thought all the characters were completely well fleshed out, but particularly Technical Sergeant William Pearson here, played by Josh Duhamel. He's a complex character, and there are times when he really gets under your skin. There are also times when you feel the complete tragedy of war, as you lose your friends, as people get injured or even die. It really is heartbreaking and frustrating, as there's nothing you can do to change this course of events. For me, it gave me a new appreciation, as if I needed it for World War II. In a very small way, this is what it must have been like to be on the front line, as it were. The characters are excellent, the story is emotional and intense, and overall, I believe it shows great respect for its source material. I feel it captures the senselessness and violence aspects of war, and how people were sent to die on the whims, fundamentally, of one man. This game will definitely stay with me for a long time, and it's definitely left its mark on me. It's an excellent tribute to World War II, and what it really meant. Call of Duty World War II gets an 8.5 out of 10.